Many of you watching this may have been experiencing a problem that you don't have an answer to, and it's left you cold, alone, and scared. But don't worry, I'm here to shine a light in your life and give you the answers you've been seeking. Over the last couple days, a lot of you watching this have probably experienced YouTube running slower than me after a night of heavy drinking. And there's a reason for it. It's not your fault. You're blameless here. You're a victim. Over the last few days, many innocent users have reported issues with YouTube where videos either won't load, will endlessly buffer, completely freeze their entire browser, and just a numerous smorgasbord of other problems when trying to watch YouTube videos or even just use YouTube as a platform. And there's still a little confusion around exactly what happened here. There was a lot of scrambling and panic to figure out what's going on. If it was on YouTube's end, did they secretly roll out an update that ended up fucking itself in the ass or something? Or what exactly is happening behind the scenes? But one thing that has been confirmed is that this doesn't apply to everybody, but everyone that is affected has one thing in common: ad blockers. So if you are one of these individuals that can't load videos right now, or videos that do load start buffering and freezing and don't really get fixed, or your entire browser slows down when you're trying to watch a YouTube video, turn off your ad block right now and it'll fix the problem lickety-split. It's the one simple solution, the secret that YouTube doesn't want you to know. Try it yourself right now, and I guarantee that your problem will be solved instantly. Now, the cause of this isn't 100% known at the moment. Some sources are reporting that it might actually be an ad block issue as opposed to something YouTube is doing on their end on purpose. Even though this does seem like a nefarious plan YouTube might try given their stance on ad blockers over the last year, where they've made it very clear they view it as the ultimate evil. Like, they're doing their best to crack down on ad block usage, and this PC Gamer article does touch on that, but states that even though this fits into their MO, it's probably not them causing it. They even had a comment from Christopher Lawton, who's YouTube's community manager, that said, "Loading delays experienced by AdBlock and AdBlock Plus users are not caused by our AdBlock detection efforts." And then goes into more detail about all of it, and even mentions that that statement can be taken with a pinch of salt, given YouTube's track record. Now, obviously, I'm super dumb stinkbrain when it comes to very technical things like this. However, when I started experiencing this problem a few days ago, I tested on multiple browsers with like native built-in ad block and still got the same problem. So I don't know if it's specific to just ad block and ad block plus. It seems like it's a more widespread issue than that, which leads me to personally believe YouTube has some kind of hand in this at the moment. The motivation for doing something like this should be pretty clear. They'd want to drive users to either turn off their ad block or subscribe to YouTube Premium, which gives you the ad-free experience, and I've tested with my YouTube Premium account, no problems whatsoever. None. Not a single hiccup. Smooth sailing. So if this really is part of YouTube's strategy here to get users to do one of those two things, that shit is tragic. To ruin their service for anyone that doesn't play by their no ad block rule or pay for it is rough. That's brutal. Now, when I first started experiencing this, I did the number one thing I always do when experiencing a problem. I called up Matt to see if he was having the same thing, which I bet a lot of you have noticed is a very common trend where anytime something's gone awry, I immediately phone a friend and call Matt. He's like my Powerpuff Girls and I'm the mayor. I just always hit the hotline and beg him to help me fix something. But he wasn't at the time, so I wrote it off as it just being some kind of glitch or some kind of service outage that I was experiencing. I didn't want to toy around with the idea that I was the one boofing loony juice here, thinking that YouTube was artificially shitifying its platform for anyone with an ad block. They've made it very clear how much they hate ad blocks and they've waged an open war on it, but this feels like some kind of war crime, to make the platform almost unusable for anyone that uses an ad block. That seems too far. That's like using Agent Orange or white phosphorus in a battle. Again, nothing is completely confirmed here with what happened in all of this hoopla, if it's YouTube's fault or if it's something that went awry with the ad blocks. PC Gamer makes a great article that makes strong arguments for it being an ad block problem, not a YouTube one. However, there is a mention of uBlock Origin not being affected there, and from what I've heard from people I've talked to, as well as what people were saying on stream, uBlock was affected briefly, but they quickly rolled out an update that fixed it. So if it was an ad block problem, I don't see why that would have also affected uBlock temporarily, if it truly did, if those are real reports. And also, it wouldn't explain why when I tried to use other browsers with their built-in ad block, I also still experienced the problem. To me, it still seems a little more widespread than just that, but perhaps it really isn't a YouTube issue. It's just, right now, to me, it seems like YouTube may have had some kind of hand in it, but again, no one knows for sure right now. All we know is it's a big stinking mess here, and hopefully it gets sorted out, and hopefully this isn't an actual strategy here from YouTube to push people to pay for premium or turn off their ad block, because that'd be super scummy. That'd be very bad. That'd be super naughty, YouTube, if you're watching this. Yucky. Hopefully that's not the case. I talked about it a little deeper on stream and talked with Stream about their experience with it, so I'll go ahead and show you all that. Ad blocker gang. You just reminded me of something. Anyone using an ad blocker, have you noticed YouTube being almost unusable? Because I use an ad blocker, and YouTube will not load a single video for me anymore. It stutters, it freezes, it stops. Overwhelmingly, yes. So they're artificially doing that, right? They have to be. Because on this account where I have YouTube Premium, it's totally fine. Or if I go incognito, it's totally fine, because the ad block is off. And I've talked to a bunch of people, and it's 50-50 on people that use ad block and having an horrible experience and people that are still fine. So I'm thinking what's happening is they're rolling out, like very slowly and subtly, this artificial shitification of this YouTube service if you're using an ad block. So instead of just going whole hog so everyone's experiencing it, it's only certain people, like certain chunks. Yeah, that's actually already been confirmed. Has it? I haven't heard about it. I remember there was like a theory floating around a couple months ago that that might happen, but I didn't think that got confirmed. YouTube is on a war against ad blockers. The video platform has been deliberately reducing its site speed for viewers who use ad blocker. The strategy of slowing down the platform started last year and is now reportedly reaching more users. This was reported 22 hours ago from Ars Technica as well. Yeah, wait, so this is actually confirmed. No tinfoil hat conspiracy here. This is the goddamn truth. A video at the top of Reddit post shows what some users are seeing. A video with an ad block on can't load quick enough to keep up with the playback speed, which isn't normal, it's maybe 2x, and has to pause at around 30 seconds. Turning off the ad block immediately improves loading performance, with the white line on YouTube's progress bar showing significantly more buffering runway. Users report that the ad block detection causes strange issues like lag. Yes, it doesn't work sometimes. That makes full screen or comments not work, or Chrome being unable to load other web pages while YouTube is open. It like tanks the entire performance of your PC if you try and use YouTube with an ad block right now, for me. They're not just fighting ad block, they're actively making non-premium account usage worse. I don't know, because if I just turn off the ad block, it fixes it right away. So I feel like it's just ad block. Obviously trying to push you subtly to get premium, but if you turn off ad block, it fixes it. And I've tried this with every browser too. When ad block is on, it shitifies the experience on YouTube. When ad block is off, it's fine. I've done this with every browser I can find right now, except Edge, because I'm not even going to bother. But everything I try it on, this happens. So that's why videos keep lagging. Yeah, that is 100% why. If you turn off your ad block right now, I guarantee whatever video you're trying to watch, smooth sailing. I literally looked this all up and they updated uBlock Origin and fixed it. Well, if you're using uBlock, I guess maybe that fixes it. I don't know. I don't use uBlock. I just use the ad block. And then I use the built-in ad block for the others as well. Maybe that's also the reason for the audio lags during your stream on YouTube. Oh, interesting. Yeah, for everyone that reports the audio lag occasionally on YouTube streams, maybe it is because of the ad block. That is very interesting, because Twitch doesn't have that problem, and it's not an OBS problem because I can see it on my end. So maybe that is why. It lags your entire browser if you have a YouTube tab open with ad block. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It makes the entire fucking computer run worse if you do that. It's crazy. It's craziness. That has to be illegal, right? Am I on crazy pills right now, or is that like actually illegal? Tanking your service to try and push people to a paid version of it or something? There's no way that's allowed. What would that even be called? Extortion. I don't know about extortion. That might not apply. They own it, they can do what they wish, they believe. Yeah, but you can make an argument that YouTube is somewhat of a monopoly, and by tanking its service like this to try and push you to the premium or whatever, or punish users for trying to use its service in a free capacity, that it's gotta be some kind of violation. Like, there's absolutely some kind of consumer protection for shit like that. Apple did it with their phones to push its users to get new phones. And didn't they face a huge issue for that? Yeah, iPhone owners were part of a class action lawsuit against Apple alleging it deliberately slowed down its old iPhones to get people to upgrade to the latest model, and they're finally getting their payout. A judge has cleared the way for the payments to proceed, as reported last week by SiliconValley.com. So they did face repercussions for it. You can't do that, really. Oh, and they're paying out $113 million. That's some big clams. That's literally nothing to Apple, though. No, but it's still a big settlement. And it still shows that you can't do that. Like, you're not really allowed. Have you had a gooning sesh today, brother? You need Jesus. ASAP. God bless. Good Lord. No gooning for me today. Dude turned off the ad blocks and the computer's running 100% better. That's actually insane. I know, it's not a conspiracy. They are actually just doing it. Guys, gooning is just jacking off. Oh my god, don't you ever say that again. Not in this dojo. Not in this sanctuary. Gooning is like 10 levels above just jacking off. Watch what you say, mister. Wash your mouth out with some soap. For too long I've buried my head in the sand, plugging my ears, pretending nothing's wrong. But it's time to finally rise and hit you with the cock meat surprise. It's a subject a lot of people have asked me to weigh in on, and I just haven't really bothered until now. Jacksepticeye recently made a video talking about it, and it's something that I feel I should also talk about as well, since it's so highly requested. It has to deal with a problem that YouTube's been facing for about a year now, and I expected it to be resolved by now, but it's showing no signs of improving or getting better, so might as well address it since a lot of people have also noticed it. And it has to deal with the comment section. The YouTube comment section is inflicted with the scarlet rot. It is just being fucking poisoned by bots and spammers. When you think of hopeless misery, you probably immediately picture Twitter. But then right above that, you have the YouTube comment section. For a really long time, it's had a very negative reputation, and for good reason. YouTube comment section is where basic reasoning goes to die, for the most part. And depending on where you end up on YouTube, you can find some of the most outrageous shit imaginable with hundreds of updates supporting it, and then like a full 500 reply thread on it. I remember a long time ago, it must have been like almost 2 years ago now, I was watching a flat earth rap video, and the top comment was someone talking about how they had a nightmare that an octopus inked them, and it somehow like helped them achieve enlightenment, like this blissful nirvana, and they were able to see like interdimensional celebrity demons or something, and they went on with this like crazy fanfic, and it had tons of updates, and then all of the replies were like, oh my god, I had the same dream, we're somehow connected, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm getting carried away. Point is, the YouTube comment section has always, for like the entire history of YouTube, been a weird and wacky wasteland. However, it has never been as bad as it currently is, because now it is completely infested with bots and spammers, and I'm sure you've seen them. If you leave a comment on any YouTube video, including this one, I guarantee it, if you leave any comment, all of the replies, and you'll get somewhere between like 2 and 10 replies, and all of them are bots saying the same shit in different ways. The big ones are, this guy's content is garbage, I'm making straight bangers on my channel, click here. And sometimes the bots are sophisticated enough to somehow slip a link past the link block. So they'll sometimes just drop a link to something, whether it's a YouTube video or a website, be like, this video is super sucky, this is a stinker-rooney on the highest level, look at this link, this video is amazing, or I just found this guy's chat logs on this website, click here to look at it, I've been crying all day after reading it. And if you make the mistake of clicking on any of these channels or clicking these links, you'll find that on the channels there's no videos, so I imagine it's maybe to grab your IP or something fucking weird, I don't know, but most of the time there's not even a single video there. And if you make the mistake of clicking a link, you're absolutely going right to a fucking phishing scam. And if it's a link to a YouTube video, you're absolutely going to a really fucking sketchy YouTube video with 009 soundscape blasting in some kind of Windows Movie Maker tutorial. Like, it's the weirdest shit. It's like the bots are somehow stuck in 2009, and yet they are still spamming the comment section on every single comment. They're replying to all of them, and almost immediately too. Which is why a lot of people don't comment anymore, because you can't really have a discussion since it's taken up with the bots. No sane person wants to leave a comment on a YouTube video and get 50 notifications just having their fucking phone blow up, vibrating like it's a perpetual Amber Alert, all with notifications that McButtmaster42 has replied to your comment 10 times saying the same shit like, hey, I'm making heaters over here, stop by. So obviously most people don't want to comment anymore because of this. So it ruins whatever discussion may have taken place. Contrary to popular belief, I, and many others, do at least peruse the comments from time to time, especially on things like the Moist Meter, because I like to hear what other people are saying about the same movie or same game that I experienced, because I like it. I like to engage in that kind of discussion, which is why I like streaming on Twitch so much, because I get to real time go back and forth with actual human beings. But on YouTube, humanity is extinct in the comment section, overrun by the machines. It's full-blown Skynet. If Skynet was run by actual fucking imbeciles. It's straight up dog shit. It's blatantly obvious bots. And when it's not just the same copy and pasted shit, what they're doing is they'll have like a picture of some girl's fat fucking titties, like some big honking milkers, and it'll say like, tap here for sex with me, and then they'll copy and paste whatever the top comment is that looks like it was made by someone with a pulse. So for example, on one of my Elden Ring videos, if the top comment was, wow, Charlie might be the most talented gamer of all time, he truly has achieved Turbo Super Gamer Barbarian status, then the tap sex for me, tap me for sex, fucking tap here for sex with me, those channels with like big ass out, like goat seeing themselves in the profile picture, what they'll do is they'll copy and paste that comment as their own so that way it doesn't look like they're a bot, hoping that someone will read that comment, think it was a real person that made it, and then click on their channel and get scammed. Because you're not having sex with that person, it's just a bot, but it's pretty smart in that it's copy and pasting a comment from a real person and trying to make it like their own. So it's such a fucking war zone of garbage in the comment section, all fought by non-humans, just actual robots. So it is ruining the comment section. It genuinely is, and it has been for like a full year now. And it's not just like the sexual scams like MILFs are looking for you, click here to watch me spread my pussy and say your name. More than just that, even aside from that, there's one that is bigger, a much more prevalent comment ruining trend. And it comes from verified channels, actual YouTube channels, real fucking verified checkmark channels, and they're all leaving the same copy and pasted note on every single channel. And I'm sure you've seen it, and you will see it under this one. And it goes something like this. We can all agree that this YouTuber never disappoints us with their content. And it usually has like a lot of, thumbs up, the updoots off the charts, because it seems like a positive statement. And it's coming from a verified channel, so people that are human beings are most likely just clicking the updoot on that, and they'll say like, oh yeah, that was sweet, agreed, super sweet, this YouTuber's amazing. But what it is that verified channel is just pasting that on every single channel they can find. It is, again, a bot. They're not manually doing it. I am certain that they're using a bot or some kind of script to paste that on every channel that they can find that has like any following whatsoever, in the hopes that when people see that, they're like, oh, this verified YouTuber is also a fan of my favorite YouTuber. Let me check out their content. They're being really supportive. Let's see what they're about. So they're hoping to leech a couple of people from the comment section by pretending like they care about what they watched. Even though they didn't watch it, they're not being supportive. It's just more copy and paste. It's all so similar, but they do change it up occasionally. For example, this verified YouTuber has left this exact comment on my videos for the last couple months. I tell ya, he must really love the consistency and quality of my content. And I love the consistency and quality of his comments too. Very insightful. He's very much into it, I can tell. So like I said, it's a ton of variations, but they're all saying the same shit, and it's copy and pasted everywhere on the platform. We can all agree legendary creators like this make our days. We can all come to an agreement here that fucking epic YouTubers like this make our dicks rock fucking hard, baby. Make sure to click my channel. I'm verified. Check it out. Don't forget. It's disgusting. It's shameless. And I can't imagine it even works, because when you go to their channels, and I have made the mistake of checking it out, they only get like maybe 10 views on the videos. Like, I don't want to give any of the channels away here because they're looking for attention, obviously. But one of them had like 500,000 subs and all of their videos had less than 200 views. So either this YouTuber fell off harder than Simba's dad in The Lion King, or it's a bot. Fake. And their subscribers are not humans. They just paid for it and they're all bots. Not a legitimate account. Now, there's really nothing to do as the YouTuber here to combat this phenomenon happening in the comment section. You can set like blocks on certain phrases, words, links, and all that, but they somehow always find a way to get around it. Just like Jacksepticeye mentioned. They'll change certain phrases, they'll change a couple of things, and somehow it just slips on by again. There's just no way to really stop it. It'd have to come from YouTube's end to verify whether or not the account posted in the comment is a legitimate account or a bot. And I don't have like the real solution here. I don't have the answers. I just wanted to talk about the problem. There is no solution at the moment, but I would love if the comment section could actually be going back to human beings discussing things and human beings embarrassing themselves instead of robots doing it and trying to scam each other. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this since Jacksepticeye brought it up, and a lot of people have noticed it in my comment section as well and have been asking me about it to do something. There's not a whole lot I can do. This would have to come from YouTube's end as a platform-wide change in how they identify what are and are not bots. That's like the only way to stop it, and I don't know if that's coming anytime soon. I don't even know how they'd do it if they tried, but I just wanted to at least bring it to your attention and let you all know that yes, I see what's going on too, and I'm also not happy about it. So yeah, that's about it. See ya. I don't know you personally, but I do know something about you. I know that you know there is a big problem afoot. There has been an issue that has been spiraling out of control. It's out of hand, out of this world, out of mana. It's outrageous is what it is. And much like the question on my medical sign-in sheets that asks if I'm pregnant, it's gone unchecked. I'm talking about YouTube comment bots. And it's not just exclusive to YouTube, but it has, over the last month or so, become almost unusable to go into the comments section on any video on the platform because of bots. Mutahar just made a video covering this, and it really sparked a passion deep inside my soul that made me want to speak on it more publicly. Typically, I've only addressed it loosely in streams, and the reason is I don't like to talk about this issue because talking about it makes it worse. It only emboldens bots even further to become more of a nuisance. They're a swarm of locusts that have truly infected the platform in the biggest possible way. And I am confident every single one of you watching this knows exactly what I'm talking about. We're gonna really get into the nitty-gritty here, into the weeds deep, to talk about this whole issue. It's not something that just started a month ago. This has been a problem on YouTube and really any social media platform for years. There is a report that Mutahar also covers that posits that over 50% of the internet is now controlled by bots. The content that you're consuming, the people you're interacting with aren't actually people. They're not flesh, blood. They're fucking binary and cringe. And thanks to things like the rise of AI, it's only becoming more prevalent, and thus it leads us to the current climate of YouTube, where anytime you go to any comment section and leave a comment, you will immediately get replies from like 5 or 6 bots saying the most heinous shit imaginable. A good chunk of them will just spam racist shit. I don't really understand why. Someone has paid money to have these bots just comment on videos saying racist sentences. I don't know what there is to gain from that, but it's really, really popular on YouTube for some really lonely, miserable weirdos with their shit-stained diapers in the dark to put money into that resource. And then the other half of the bots are ones that are promoting nefarious shit. Once again, referring to Mutahar's video, you'll find this exact comment plastered on pretty much any video on the platform that has over 1,000 comments, unless the creator's already manually gone through and deleted these and banned the accounts. And it's always from different accounts, but the accounts are always something similar that talk about being a pedophile. And the comments always say pretty much this exact sentence. Their CP videos are more entertaining than this slop. Check the link in the channel to watch them. Mutahar went to that channel in particular, and there is a Discord link that claims that you can watch the CP videos by clicking that link. That is illegal. They are promoting illegal content through YouTube. That is so fucking disgusting. And the fact that these accounts are able to do that without YouTube having some kind of automation to shut it down is shocking. And there's a few different versions of that. Some of them talk about you can click their channel to watch them do things to animals or other absolutely vile, evil acts. And this has become so common that it's left many viewers wondering why YouTubers themselves aren't doing more to stop it. I've seen a couple posts on Reddit saying things, like, heavens to Betsy, why isn't Charlie doing anything to stop the bots in his comments? He's not swooping in and breaking their arms like Batman protecting Gotham. Does he not care that the comments are going to shit? Well, of course I care. No one likes to see their comment section end up in this kind of state. Especially not when it's promoting awful, awful things. Like, nobody wants that. I use all of the automated tools YouTube offers to try and put the kibosh on this garbage here. Most YouTubers do. But sometimes it's just not enough because it's so easy to make a ton of bots. Even going through manually and deleting each and every comment from bots, you'll still have more bots that could show up later because it's like a Hydra. You cut off one head and fucking 5 take its place. It's a tough battle. It's like me competing in a tall person contest. It's a losing battle. Like, no matter how much I try to use YouTube's tools to stop this automatically, a lot of the time, it still just slips through. Now, this isn't every channel on the platform that has this problem. Like, one channel that I've never really seen have any bots in the comment section of is The Spiffing Brit, and I don't know how he does it. He has tons of comments, he's a huge channel, and somehow he doesn't have a bot issue. Like, I don't know what he's done or what deal with the devil he signed to keep his comment section fucking squeaky clean of that virus, but hats off to him, because it is extremely impressive. I've tried banning phrases, banning the accounts, obviously, but that doesn't matter because they just make new accounts within a fucking second. They just snap their finger and 1,000 more spawn. So I really don't know what else there's to do. I feel like that anime side character who watches the protagonist like march on and he monologues in his head like, he's on a different level. I've just trained my whole life to get stronger, and yet this guy, he's already 10,000 times stronger than me without even training. How does he do it? Like, it's one of those things where, like, I truly don't know how he's able to stop all of the bots. I don't know if he's hired, like, a full-time comment specialist, like a hall monitor to be in there day and night in the trenches, boots on the ground, manually smiting each bot that pops up. I really don't know how he does it. But there are a couple more channels like his that don't have that issue. But the vast majority of channels on the platform that end up with like 1,000 or more comments on their videos do have this bot pandemic. And it's not new. Like I said, bots have been a problem on YouTube for a long time, but they've evolved into the worst possible form, which is what they are right now. Bots used to be like, this is Bob. Paste Bob on 1,000 more videos and you'll get great luck. Your crush is going to come up to you and kiss you on the cheek and you're going to win the lottery and mom and dad are going to get back together. Just make sure to paste Bob. And it's like a fucking ASCII art stick person waving. Like, that used to be the bot and the bots and the spam from back in the day. Then it became like promoting porn where you'd have like nude model profile pictures that just auto-generate a comment and then say like, click here for my spicy stuff. Love this YouTuber. And if you want to see more of me, click this. And it links you to like porn. Then it became what it currently is, where it's actually just illegal stuff. Illegal stuff and like the worst, most vile things you could ever imagine being put into a comment section. It is a cesspool. It is fucking swampy. And I know it's not just exclusive to YouTube, but it is extremely bad on this platform. I don't have the answers to it. Like, I don't know the solution or the fix. Maybe if some of the other YouTubers that have somehow cracked the code on how to stop it, maybe they'll come out with like some kind of special tutorial for it, releasing the Krabby Patty secret formula on beating the bots. But until then, I don't really know what to do about it. Maybe YouTube at some point will step in and offer more tools to stop bots, or maybe they'll do something on the back end to make it harder for the platform to be exploited by bots. I really don't know. But over the last month or so, pretty much every time I stream, I'm asked, why am I not doing more to stop the bots in the comment section? Am I even aware that there's a problem with bots on YouTube and in the comment section, ruining the comments? And the answer is yes, I obviously know there's a problem. Yes, I've been trying everything I can to stop it, but none of my attempts have been successful, clearly. And it's not just me. It's many, many other creators that are having the same issue. So I just wanted to talk about it a little bit here because Mudahar's video really motivated me to want to speak on it as well. It is an issue that does need to be addressed and hopefully sometime very soon fixed. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah. Not interesting. Did you miss the special edition book with the floating wand? Alright, I actually thought that was super hype, but everyone hated it for some reason. This got so much shit, but I thought it was cool. I don't know what they hated so much about it.
Hey, you can write that edition.
Hold on, show the wand.
First thing we've magic sort of book since now.
Alright, I think that's cool.
Such a cool piece, and I think I need to get one for myself. I may be taking this one home.
1 inch off the page, wow. I mean, that's still cool, though.
This is just awesome. I need this on my bookshelf.
It's just part of the collector's edition.
Collector's edition. It is true.
So you get your little steel book. You get your little wand. I don't know. I like that. It's better than what like most collector's editions do with like a single figurine. Like the resub kiss in Paradise. Was hoping bully with wands. Yeah, if it was more bully-like, that game would be fucking hype. How is that better, bro? What do you mean? It's like an actual piece. Like, that is just like an actual, like, interesting piece as opposed to just a figurine of Harry hugging Hermione or something. Like, this is better than just getting a single statue. I think that just looks better. Like here, for example. Here. I actually had an old collector's edition thing. Yeah. So the Master Chief helmet, the collector's edition. Like, yeah, I guess I could put it on, but it's super basic. Like, this is still better than most. I'd still put this more towards the top of most collector's editions. But, like, I'd still think that's cooler than this. Like, that's something that you put there and it's just kind of interesting. This is just a very silly, cheap plastic helmet. That's a legendary example. Yeah, I mean, it's a classic. I like it, but I'm still saying I think that's more interesting. That's a cheap plastic book and a cheap plastic wand. Yeah, but it floats an inch off the book and spins around. I'd feel more comfortable putting that out somewhere than a tiny plastic Master Chief helmet. But maybe I'm a little biased because of the terrible state Halo's been in for the last couple of years. Forge is sick right now. Yeah, some of the Forge creations I've seen are pretty cool. Whether or not it's enough to revive the game, I guess we'll see. It hasn't been enough to get me to go in to play them. I'll just watch them for now. How much was the helmet? However much the Legendary Edition was, I don't know. I don't remember. I think the Prime Flame. Battlefield 2042 seems to be trying to make a comeback. I've seen it. Thanks, Resabod Saint. I have noticed. Check out Black Ops 2 Collector Edition. What did that have? Jesus Christ, this has 10 million views. This must have been a fucking wild collector's edition. I see, it's ASMR. They give you a fucking drone. Alright, that's super cool. That's pretty cool. That is a very good collector's edition. This drone seems to be shit though. Or this guy's a terrible pilot. Okay, this drone looks like absolute fucking garbage. Okay, this drone literally just is fucking terrible. Oh, but they give you an RC car to make up for it. I see why this is 10 million views. Interesting. God rest in peace, Machinima.
Is part of the remote control drag just as nice very much.
Okay, so they don't fly it here. Sign in to confirm your age. What the fuck? How hard does this go? I just want to see anyone else fly the drone. Oh, this is the same channel. Damn it. How many times has he unboxed Black Ops 2? Why? Why does he keep unboxing Black Ops 2 over and over and over again? This one's a little... Nope, still shit. It's a slight improvement. Is this the same video just earlier? Oh, you're absolutely right. He just re-uploads this video once a year. Wait, that's so huge. Wait, what the fuck? He actually re-uploads it like once a year. Here's the 3 years ago 10 million views. This is 2 weeks ago. But this time he included the Black Ops bundle. Is it the same footage from the care package again? Footage from 5 years ago, okay. Why does he just keep doing this? And every comment says the same thing. Black Ops 2 fans here? Oh, clicked the same video by accident. Black Ops 2 fans here? Oh, this is the hardened edition. Where's the other prestige ones? He had 2 more, right? Oh, here's another hardened edition one, so 2 of those. Oh, here it is. 5 years ago. He didn't leave that comment that time. He must really fucking love that care package from the Prestige edition. Holy shit. Thanks, Risa Bombastic. I wonder, does he do that for other things? These are all modern. Diablo Immortal Special Edition unboxing. Wonder if he's already done one. No. There's the Black Ops 2 yet again. How many repeats does he have? Last of Us unboxing. That one's probably not repeated. Yeah, it might just be Black Ops 2 that he does a million fucking times. That's so weird. Why that one in particular, I wonder? His whole channel's repeated. It doesn't look like it. Like, these seem about right for the time that he's doing them and the time they would have released. Because it was his most popular. I guess that would probably be why. The views on these are crazy. Oh, it just reminded me. Oh my god, what was it? Unboxing Theory. Or Unboxing Therapy. Does anyone remember this channel? This channel used to be absolutely huge. And I read something about how they're most likely viewbotting. So I clicked on one of their videos and I was like, I mean, I doubt it. I mean, it's a huge channel. They used to always average millions of views. But someone was making the claim that they viewbot because if you check the views to comments, they have like 50 comments. So I don't remember which one I clicked, but they were right. Let's see this one. 262 comments on a video with 1.3 million views is pretty suspicious.
Today we've got...
This one's 132 comments on a video with 909k views.
These are...
This one might be legitimate. Not still on the low end, but much more reasonable.
You guys know that I've been... Today we have...
Yeah, it's there's definitely something fishy going on there. Don't know if it's necessarily viewbotting or anything, but that is a little odd. We can't see. Oh, sorry, I forgot. But yeah, likes and comments are so fucking low for their view count. But I feel like if you had the money Unbox Therapy has, you'd also pay for bots to like and comment shit. I feel like you wouldn't just pay for the view bots. If that truly is what's going on here. Which, of course, there's no real concrete evidence. Only it's very fishy that the views are like million plus and the comments are like 100 to 280 with 2k likes. Maybe embedded video views? Ooh, interesting theory. How popular is their website these days? Because I never hear about Unbox Therapy anymore. I thought they had a web... Where's their website? Didn't they used to have one? Huh, maybe not. Huh. Well, yeah, embedded video views is an interesting theory, perhaps. Normie viewers not logged in. I just find that highly unlikely, though, for a channel of this size. That just wouldn't make any sense. That's still wild. 2k likes, 281 comments on this million view video. And that's a trend that continues across the whole channel. This has almost a million views, but only 132 comments and 1.6k likes. Like, that's so peculiar. Exarisa, Rai, Longsword, Ricola, Irreplaced, and the Prime Inter. Nobody subs to unboxing, it just appears in the recommended. But they have 18.2 million subs. This channel was absolutely massive for a very, very long time. Check one of their most popular and see if there's differences there. I don't even need to. I can already tell you there was. Because I used to watch them. I'm quite familiar with the channel. You can go to like any of their older videos and see much higher engagement. 352k likes, 46k comments.
Today
29k, 352. Like, here, let's go to an older one that has like a million views, I guess, to make a more accurate comparison. Maybe they delete comments? Possible, I guess. There's tons of things that could explain it that aren't Viewbots. I'm just saying it is pretty odd. Man, this is taking a while to get to 1 million views down here. Can't delete likes though. Oh, good point. Good counterpoint. I'm looking for 1.3 million views from an older video to compare to a more modern one. I can't even go far enough. Okay, we'll do 1.6 from 6 years ago.
You want to get nuts?
32k likes, 2k comments. Very different from the modern engagement.
Luke.
36k likes, 2200 comments.
We've got
38k, 6k comments. Like, yeah, it's very different. I think I have an answer for the Black Ops 2 guy. He used to be a massive zombie YouTuber, so he must be passionate about it. I guess. I don't know. Still weird to repost the same Black Ops Prestige unboxing thing. In the end, does this really matter? Man, what the fuck? Of course not. It's just something interesting. Why does everything need to be like some big grand message that's a life-changing thing? Why can't something just be interesting for the sake of being interesting? It's literally sorted by popularity. Oh yeah, no, that was just sorted by popularity. This is the modern stuff. The reason I did that was just to sort things by like older videos and find something with comparable views to see the engagement. And it was very, very different.
I've been wearing
this one performed pretty well for him. And this has like the normal engagement that he used to have. That one performed well. With not
Apparently
weird engagement. This one, a little odd, but not too crazy. It's more so like the ones from the last month, it seems. $3K likes, 400 comments on 1 million views. This one to me is the wildest one that stands out the most. Not even 2K likes and not even 150 comments. Like, that is odd. But again, no telling if it's actually Viewbots or anything like that. Just a little conspiracy I saw that I thought was interesting enough to share a bit of. If you were on YouTube earlier this afternoon, you might have noticed something very interesting pop up on your front page that had you raising an eyebrow. An extremely popular stream that half of Florida seemed to be tuning into. One of my streams. 376,000 viewers watching me stream a game called 9 Souls. It's an absolute banger indie game that's pretty much Hollow Knight meets Sekiro. And this stream peaked at over 413,000 viewers, making it one of YouTube's biggest streams, like in general. YouTube has a lot of streams that like eke into the millions when they're like big news broadcasts, but when it comes to like gaming streams, this would probably be in like the top 20 that has ever been broadcast. So what the fuck happened? Florida got hit by a hurricane, so everyone just decided might as well watch Charles during all of this? Everyone just got really curious. What is 9 Souls? So half the world tuned in? Like, why is the viewership number so high on just a normal, average gaming stream that I do? Well, it's because it was botted. I wouldn't see viewership numbers like that if I was playing Grand Theft Auto 6 on stream right now. That number is bogus. That's a load of fucking dirty barnacles. It's horseradish. It is because it's botted. I've never had that happen. I know it's pretty common when people try and weaponize bots to try and get a streamer in trouble, but I've never been on the receiving end of it. And I really got super curious what this looks like on the back end. Like, I've always been able to speculate and people have talked about it, but I've never been able to firsthand experience it. And I thought it might be interesting information just to share with all of you on what it looks like on the back end when a stream gets botted to an absurd level, like 413,000 live viewers. But before doing that, let's go ahead and set the stage for botting, just in case anyone's unfamiliar, even though I don't think I need to go too much into detail. It's 2024, I don't need to lore dump and explain what bots are to you. By this point, you're all smart enough to know, you've got your thinking caps on, you're familiar with bots. You might not be familiar with some of the data, though, that suggests that over half of the internet is bots now. Not to go down the whole dead internet rabbit hole or anything, but over half of the people you engage with on a daily basis and over half of the things you engage with, whether it's articles or what have you, is bots or bot-driven content. It really is just out of control. Your dog is probably a bot. Your mom is not a bot. Them titties are real, son. Let me tell you what, them honkers mean business. Point is, though, a lot of the things that you engage with every single day are bots. Now, one place that's always had a huge botting problem is streams. It's actually been a classic tried and true method of growth when it comes to streaming, where a streamer will invest some money in a botting service to boost their viewer numbers so they can float to like the top of Twitch in a category and hopefully get some real human beings, flesh, blood, and cringe, to come in and watch because they'll be able to find the stream easier since it's towards the top with this high viewer number, even though it's not real. It's bots that are there. But the idea is simple: inflate the viewer number with bots to hopefully get some real people to watch it and hopefully get interested enough to keep coming back. Now, botting is also a weapon that can be wielded, where some pathetic snot-nosed goober with a tummy of Doritos decides to bot someone else's stream in the hopes of getting them banned. Bots usually get flagged on the back end by these platforms like Twitch or YouTube because a lot of bot services are very simple to track. So what they'll do is they'll bot a stream up to crazy absurd numbers where it's blatantly obvious that it's a botted stream and hope that the platform bans them for it. That doesn't usually work because platforms are smart enough to know that a streamer isn't that stupid. Most of the time, if a streamer's doing it to try and nefariously push themselves to the top, they're going to put more money behind it and get bots that will actually talk in chat, so that way it isn't as obvious that they're botting. When you have a streamer with 200,000 viewers, yet only like 30 messages across a whole hour in the chat, you know there's some fishy shit afoot there. There's a smelling smelly. Nobody is dumb enough to make it that obvious. So I can't think of any cases where Twitch or YouTube banned a stream that had been botted by somebody else. That doesn't come to mind in my noodle up here. So I don't think I'm going to be getting in trouble. I don't think they're going to bend me over their knee and spank my cheeks red for having high viewership numbers that were botted by somebody else. But it's still fresh. We'll see, I suppose. What I want to share, though, is what this looks like. Because I've always wondered, when it comes to YouTube streaming in particular, since YouTube interjects ads occasionally during a stream, it would be serving 413,000 bots those ads. Does that calculate on the back end? Like, all of a sudden, did I just make fucking $50,000 through like the ads YouTube puts in there automatically and integrates in the stream because of this person botting me? And if so, how widespread of an issue would that be if more people started doing that? And are there already people doing that I don't know about? So, let me show you the back end. First of all, here's the views versus peak concurrent viewers. Now, typically it takes a few hours for the views to catch up for what the actual number is. However, usually it does that over the course of the stream. And since I was streaming for a few hours, it would have gone up to probably around like 400, 500,000 views before it updated. So the fact that it's at 150 means that it wasn't calculating those bots as actual viewers on the back end. It does, however, register them in the viewers tab while showing you your peak and your average, as well as giving you the graph and the information on when viewers were coming in and how many. So it does register them as live viewers, but it doesn't register them as like actual views on the stream. I decided to reach out to my YouTube partner manager just to confirm my suspicion that these live viewers aren't actually being logged as real viewers on the back end, and he confirmed that yes, YouTube is able to identify bots in something like this and separate it so that way it doesn't end up being like this huge money glitch, like this exploit. Because basically what you could do if these are counted as real viewers is you could just pay to bot one of your own streams and just keep inserting ads that are being served to a lot of bots and just farm an infinite money glitch out of it. But it seems YouTube has thought of that pretty obvious exploit, and they have a way of, on the back end, making sure that this stays divided so that you can't just use fake viewers to farm ad revenue. I don't exactly know how they do it because they are there as live viewers, but on the back end they are not there as views. So that is separated somehow, I just don't really get how. So like the views on that stream are still at 150k despite 413,000 concurrent with a 58,000 average. The bots also didn't count for watch time either, so they contributed neither to views nor watch time or anything at all except for that live viewer number. I did, however, get one new subscriber from the stream. Maybe that's the guy behind the bots. He said, you know what, I owe it to him to at least sub. But whoever that is, you're a real hero. I appreciate it. It seems YouTube does have protocol in place to identify and remove spam or bot engagement or views or anything like that. And after like an hour and a half of being botted to this outrageous level, it eventually did stop. I don't know if that's because the botter ran out of money to keep shoveling into the service they were paying for, or if it was YouTube in real time removing the spam or bot accounts from the live viewer numbers. I don't have the answer to that, but I would imagine it's probably a little column A, a little column B. The guy probably got tired or bored or ran out of resources to keep botting it, and YouTube probably started to get those accounts out of there. So anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit about this because I've never had a stream botted and just thought it'd be kind of interesting to show some of this on the back end. It doesn't have revenue in the analytics yet because the stream is still too new to generate that information, but I'm confident that the revenue is going to be what it normally is for a stream. I don't think it'll be any higher or anything since the views didn't change and the watch time didn't change, and that's what drives that number. So I'm pretty confident that the botted views didn't do anything at all on the back end whatsoever. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah.
Yesterday, Discord was in the holiday spirit, feeling particularly quirky with a silly, goofy mood. They decided to make an April Fool's Day video about how loot boxes were coming to Discord. A big old joke. But the joke ended up being on YouTube itself because Discord inadvertently created the most potent Viewbot YouTube has ever seen. Right now, the 17-second Discord short is at 628 million views with 53,000 likes and 5,200 comments. So you can tell something's a little fishy there, something's gone awry. That's a ton of views and not much engagement. This video has now set the record for most views in 24 hours, and it's an unbreakable record. I think even if Jesus Christ rose from the ground right now and started vlogging his experience about what heaven is like, there wouldn't be 600 million people that clicked on that video in 24 hours. It wouldn't even come close. It probably wouldn't even beat GTA 6 in 24 hours, which had like 100 mil in 24. This is an unbeatable record now because of Discord's accidental Viewbot that they implemented. Discord's April Fool's Day prank was like the fucking Manhattan Project for YouTube. They created the nuclear bomb for the platform that cost them a ton of money and just obliterate their AdSense. Like, I'm very curious how much money this video made. It's only 17 seconds, so it's not getting like a ton of like RPM or anything, but still, with that many views, that's probably still like at least 50-60 grand, I would imagine. But the most substantial hit to YouTube here is the infrastructure, where they have to feed 600 million views to a video that no one is actually watching, thus they're not really making anything on. It's also 17 seconds in the first place, which again, isn't something they make a lot on anyway. So it's just costing YouTube a ton of money just hosting a video that's getting that amount of traction from what is fundamentally fake views. So how did Discord do it, and are they going to jail for this criminal action? To tackle the first question here, I'll turn to this series of tweets from Marvin. Discord managed to create a working YouTube Viewbot in 2024 by playing their loot box announcement trailer on loop in the background of the in-app toast. When asked to break the magician's code and reveal what the in-app toast was, Marvin explains that it's the little pop-up in the bottom right of your Discord app. So as I understand it, since the video was embedded in Discord itself and looping, anyone who was just normally using Discord over the last 24 hours was accidentally contributing to this monstrous view count here for the video. Another Twitter user said that they could have sworn YouTube embeds that autoplay don't give the embedded video views, and Marvin explains that they actually do. From my own research, embedded video views do actually count to the view count, but he assumed that YouTube would dedupe the view count later, which it doesn't seem like they have yet, or there's no sign if they ever will either. It also seems the top brass at Discord didn't know that this would happen. This all seems to be a happy little accident here. Here's one of the higher-ups at Discord expressing their confusion. How the fuck is this video getting so many views? Unable to recognize that in the pursuit of science they may have gone too far, playing God. They were blinded by this insatiable appetite to create the ultimate April Fool's prank. They only asked if they could, never if they should. Their creation became too powerful. I'm sure many of you remember Wumpus, God rest his soul. He used to be the face of Discord, the head honcho, the man in charge, the puppeteer behind the curtains pulling the strings. That was back when Discord still leaned heavy into dank meme culture, so every time you open the app, it just blasted you with cringe, like, need to construct additional pylons to overflow our meme capacitors. All your base are belong to us, tee-hee-hee. Zoinks, and don't even get me started on what would happen if you made the mistake of filing a support ticket, because then you had to communicate with Wumpus's lobotomite sidekick, Springle, the mystical fairy elf, who did nothing to solve your problems. It was just like one Discord employee who really liked to LARP and roleplay, so you'd give them your problem that you want help with, and they just kind of beat around the bush in like the silliest ways ever, like, oh, this is a very alarming problem. I'm going to get to it right now. Let me contact the hype conductor over here at the HQ, and we'll see if we can get to it. Then they get back to you like a day later, like, unfortunately, there was nothing we could do about it. Our Chaos Emeralds weren't powerful enough to solve your problem, but hopefully you enjoyed our conversation anyway. Toodaloo, cobble-a-boo, that kind of stuff. Or, no, he used to say, crinkle. He used to be like, crinkle cum. No, it wasn't crinkle cum, but he used to say something like that, like, crinkly dinks, something. Just spitting gibberish jolliness at you. And it was kind of charming and cute, but obviously very kind of embarrassing. So they ended up retiring that and rebranding to be more serious as the app grew in popularity. But back then, they used to blame all of the problems that happened at Discord on Wumpus. If there was an outage, they'd say, whoops, Wumpus seems to have tripped over the power cord at Discord. How clumsy of Wumpus. Can everyone say, aw, Wumpus, with a hashtag underneath this tweet? That kind of thing. So I've got a theory that this was a Wumpus original. He reared his ugly head from behind the curtain once again at Discord, and his influence was felt in a big way here. Like a poltergeist, a spirit that was haunting Discord. They must have got the Ouija board out and accidentally summoned Wumpus, and he created this big Viewbot. Now, they have changed it so it no longer just autoplays and loops in everyone's Discord like some kind of parasitic infestation on there or anything. Now, you have to go out of your way to view it. And I am curious if YouTube's going to do anything about it, or if they even could, if they wanted to. Like, how do you just get rid of a bunch of those views? Like, is there a way for them to see on the back end which ones were just autoplay looped? I imagine there must be. Like, they have all kinds of crazy analytics and data. There probably is a way to see that, but is there a way for them to just take those views away? Just make them vanish and poof? I don't know. This is something we've seen on Twitch a lot with infamous channels like Fexture Life, which embeds their live streams on their website in every single instance of that website in the top left, where it would autoplay those streams. I don't know if they still do that now, but it's how they used to have a bunch of fraudulent viewers on their streams where they'd have like 20, 30k viewers, but only like 5 people in chat. It's because they were embedding that stream on another platform and having it autoplay in a bunch of different instances. It drives these view numbers up in a huge way, but I don't know if we've ever seen that utilized on YouTube, and certainly not to this degree with something as big as Discord. So I wonder if this is going to open the door or open people's eyes on exploits for YouTube views if you start embedding things and autoplaying them externally. who knows, really? It could have far-reaching consequences or none at all. It really is unique in the fact that it was Discord that did it because so many millions of people use that every single day. So the numbers just went wacky here, fucking insano style, but I wonder if there's other platforms or people that have popular platforms outside of YouTube that might use this to get some extra juice on their videos, like their big projects, if they just start embedding it. And you wouldn't see numbers like 600 million, but maybe you'd see numbers like in the 5 to 10 million range. I'm just curious. I don't know if that's a possibility or if YouTube's going to do something on the back end to make sure this doesn't happen again. Who really knows? But for now, it's just very fascinating and actually a fucking solid April Fool's Day joke from Discord here. Not with their loot box video, like that's fine, that's cute. But this as an April Fool's joke with this unbelievable Viewbot and clinching a record that will never be beaten with 600 million views in 24 hours, that is incredible. That's like an actual hearty har belly laugh kind of prank right there that they didn't even mean to pull. Like, if BTS dropped a music video right now, wouldn't even come close. There's nothing on the planet that will ever beat that record, ever. I'm very confident in saying that. Shit, even if Mr. Beast himself collaborated with a legitimate extraterrestrial alien and did like a $100 million giveaway, all you had to do to enter was click on that video, I don't see that beating this. I don't see that getting 628 million views in 24 hours. I do not think it is possible to break this record no matter what. So yeah, very interesting stuff, very cool, very awesome work there, Discord. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. So yeah.